Hey guys, hi, welcome back to the Partner Jam AI YouTube channel. My name is Charles, and today we want to have a quick conversation around AI agents. What exactly are AI agents? Why is 2025 regarded as a breakout year for 24 AI agents? And how are they changing how we build and automate in our businesses? So, AI agents. In simple terms, for me, AI agents are semi autonomous software that uses external tools in addition to using a large language model as its brain in order to accomplish a goal without the user explicitly defining the steps to accomplish that goal. In a maybe a simpler, even more simple term, I guess, you could say that an AI agent is software that connects to a large language model as its brain, is equipped with an instruction set, which another term for that is what we call a system prompt. And then it operates within a loop, runs in a cycle as often as is required until it accomplishes the goal or the task that it's set out for initially. So what is the key difference between an AI agent and regular AI? Regular AI would be logging on a browser to access your ChatGPT or Claude AI, and you ask it a question: how do I schedule a meeting? Regular AI will be able to walk you through the steps, give you a response that pretty much runs you through very precise steps, well sequenced, as to how you're going to schedule a meeting or book a restaurant reservation. Now, an AI agent, on the other hand, is like an assistant that actually schedules the meeting or books the reservation, right? So, in other words, they get the work done. Regular AI tells you how to get the work done. An AI agent actually does the job for you. So instead of telling you how to book a restaurant, an AI agent would actually call the restaurant, check for availability, make the booking for you, and send you an email notification or text notification. Why are we interested in AI agents? Why are they such a big thing? Why should we be paying attention? Let's take a look at some metrics. $52 billion. By 2030, the expected global market size for AI agents will be that number, 50 plus billion dollars. That's a lot of numbers. 33%. 33% of all enterprise software is expected to be agentic AI by 2028. Let's take a look at a third metric, 96%. 96% of IT leaders across companies, large and small, plan to expand AI agent usage and increase collaboration between employees and AI agents in the next 12 months. And the last metric I want us to take a look at is 66%. This is the number of adopters that are reporting measurable productivity improvements across the board in their agentic AI driven applications. So these are numbers that are big enough to, warrant attention and get us to start looking at, wait, if these numbers are like this, how should I be paying attention to AI agents? How should I be adopting them? How am I going to learn how these things are going to affect my life? How do I learn how they work? And that's part of what we're trying to address in this video. So let's take a look at the evolution of AI agents. And I'm looking at three stages of this AI evolution, right? We're going to start looking at legacy bots. Legacy bots were a thing between early 2000s and the end of 2010s. They follow pre-written scripts and rules. An example would be press 1 for billing, press 2 for support when you make a phone call or when you enter instructions into a chat. If you go off script, the bot breaks. It's not able to respond to you if you give it a query or question that is outside of its pre-written scripts, which means they are limited and they have rigid responses. Fast forward to early 2020s to regular AI, the ChatGPT era. They understand context, they can carry on conversations with you, they can tell you how to do a task or how to schedule a meeting, as an example, and they provide information, but they don't take action. And then we move forward to the early 2024, the action era. AI agents are able to take action and complete tasks. So instead of telling you how to schedule a meeting or how to book a restaurant reservation, like we just talked about in the last slide, they actually book the meeting for you, book the restaurant, schedule the calls, send you notifications. They get the work done for you. So what are the key items of this evolution from legacy bots to regular AI to AI agents? Scripts, answers, actions. Bots work based on scripts, pre-written scripts. Regular AI will provide you answers, very good answers, I may say. But AI agents carry out actions. So, what makes them different? They are goal oriented. You give them an objective or a goal or a task, not just questions, and they will get it done for you. They take action. They interact with systems, external tools where necessary in order to get your action taken for you. Task completion. They finish the job. And, they've been said to be autonomous, but I prefer to use the word semi-autonomous. They are able to work independently, depending on the use case. We're not going to get into that right now. But most often the case is that they collaborate with a human user, which makes them semi-autonomous, which will lead me to a term called, referred to in the industry as human in the loop. We're not going to address what human in the loop is right now, but it is a concept or an idea with AI agents that pretty much encourages the idea that humans will collaborate with AI agents to be able to successfully achieve goals. Next slide. So, what is the difference between AI agents and agentic AI? These are two terms that seem to be interchangeable, but they are not the same thing. So, AI agents are representative of individual workers, a companion, an assistant. They are designed for specific tasks. They are great at automating repetitive work. An example is you can have an email assistant or an email agent or an email companion that can summarize your email, give you the key points, and help you execute some of the tasks based on your email content. It could also be a customer service agent. On the other hand, agentic AI is a framework that powers multiple agents. An agentic AI is simply an orchestrator that is able to manage or coordinate the multi-step process between multiple agents trying to work together to achieve an end or multiple ends or goals. It handles dynamic decision making. It creates and coordinates teams of agents. Depending on the agentic AI framework of what you're working with, it can actually create those agents on the fly, or it coordinates existing agents. A simple analogy would be an AI agent could be representative of an individual employee. An agentic AI framework or system is the management system that coordinates the entire team. Another example is agentic AI could be like the football coach. AI agent is the player, the building block for the entire system. So let's take a look at an example here. An example of what we can achieve with an AI agent, right? And here I have a code-based stock analysis example. In other words, I used Python code, I used a line graph orchestration framework, which, we'll address that in subsequent videos. But I use this framework to be able to create an AI agent that does stock analysis for me and outputs the results. In other words, I'm trying to buy a stock, Lumen. Lumen is a telecommunications company that is listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and I'm trying to decide, should I go forward and buy this stock or not? What are the types of information or analysis that I need to consider before I move forward or not? Now, I could decide to, on my own, maybe with the help of a stockbroker, you know, go through a ton of information, process that information by myself. It could take me a day or a couple of days or hours, and then make a decision as to whether to buy or not buy. Or I could get an AI agent to do that for me. And that is what I try to achieve in this slide. Without going into details, the only thing I'm just going to say at this point is that this is a pro code approach for building an AI agent using Python and using LangGraph library. And it takes into account stock information about the stock, its financials, its revenue, its margins, its debts, if any, its performance so far in the last month, its volatility, consolidation of analyst ratings, target prices by those analysts. It gathers all this information and then gives me an output. And pretty much the objective of this pro code solution is, writing custom functions that will process each category of the required information so that I can get the right insights from the AI agent. In this slide, we're looking at the same example, building an AI agent that can do a stock market analysis of the Lumen stock for me. But in this case, instead of building it using a pro code solution, I'm building it using a no code solution. And the no code solution I'm working with here is Copilot Studio, a product that is made by Microsoft. I'm a huge Microsoft fan, so I'm really very familiar with Microsoft tooling. And this tool here enables you to be able to build an agent without understanding anything about writing Python code or any code for that matter, right? You simply, with your mouse, with the application, you click through, you assign a name to the AI agent, you give a description, you give us a set of instructions as to what the AI agent is supposed to be doing, how you expect it to do what it's supposed to do, and how you expect it to format the response to you, right? So Copilot Studio, great tool for no code AI agent building for your personal business, for the enterprise. In this slide, we're looking at the result of the AI agent stock analysis output. So for the pro code solution, I built the AI agent within a Jupyter notebook. And the output is what we're looking at, right? The no-code solution would also give you the output nicely formatted within Copilot Studio, but I chose to project this slide, which is the result within a Jupyter notebook, right? So if you're looking at these results here, it's giving us, first of all, this current stock information, its current price, market cap, its 52-week high and low. Next step, it's giving us financial metrics around the company's health, analyst recommendations, recent price performances, and then it ends with an investment recommendation, and it's recommending a hold for me. So after having gone through all the data and all the details and done its analysis and grabbed all the insight required, it recommended for me to hold on buying the stock. And it gave me a reasoning as to why. So this is an example of what an AI agent could easily do for you. A human person could run through the same process. It might take an hour, depending on what tools they have, but an AI agent can run through this very quickly, just within minutes. So how was the AI agent able to do all this stuff? So I want to quickly go through what are the first steps that enabled it to take input from the user, walk through the input, carry out actions, and provide the response required. The first step here is a perception layer. The perception layer of an AI agent is where it receives input or instructions or a query or a question from the user. You, in this case, it could be text, it could be voice, it could be multimodal. It understands the context. It's able to do an intent detection and classification, which is just a fancy term for saying, It goes through to understand what it is you're asking, why you're asking it, and within what context. And then it reasons through your input. It processes the information you've provided, it makes a decision, it plans out steps or set of actions. And then the action layer. The action layer here, it executes the tasks, interacts with external systems or tools or functions if necessary, and then it delivers a result to you. And then there's another layer of how AI agents work, which is the memory system. This is such a huge and exciting topic for me. I hope to be able to address this in future videos. But suffice this to say for now that in the memory system enables it to store past interactions with the user, learn from experience, and improve its responses to you over time. Right? So does an AI agent work? It's a continuous cycle of perception, receiving input, reasoning and thinking through that input, laying out a bunch of steps on how to act, learning from these steps, and repeating the process again until it achieves the goal of giving you a precise answer. And in addition to that, it also integrates with, you could integrate with an API or external database, business software, communication tools like your email calendar, your Outlook or your Google email, and other external services to enable it meet your needs, meet your goals, achieve the tasks. So, in a nutshell, what are the key takeaways and adoption strategies for AI agents or building agentic AI systems? For businesses, my suggestion will be start small. Identify your tasks, pick a use case, adopt Copilot or Copilot Studio for your no-code AI agents, and play with it. See how it works. Let you and your employees or your partners get used to how these systems work, right? Because they are the future. They are the future of how we're going to start building businesses, running our businesses, automating the processes within our businesses, no matter how small or how complex. Build a foundation. Do you have data? Do you have clean data? How precise or how much data do you have that you need to be processed? What kind of documents do you have in place? Large language models and AI agents are really excellently good at processing massive amounts of data and summarizing them. Do you have any integration needs? And then you scale gradually. There's no requirement to scale immediately overnight, but you can expand your pilots and connect your agents as you scale. For individuals, my suggestion will be try out AI tools. Go online. There's a lot of free resources. Try them out. Find out how they work. Go into ChatGPT. Ask questions or Claude. Ask questions. Build agents within ChatGPT. See what they look like. Connect them with your email system. Not your credit card just yet, though. That is my suggestion. Build AI literacy and stay up to date with how the space is changing. And one of the ways to stay up to date with how this space is changing is, subscribing and commenting on our YouTube channel, Partner Gem AI. We plan to release videos as often as possible to help you stay aware, to help you build the skills required to be able to function in this new era of AI. Remember, real impact. It's hours, not days. It's about consistency and continuing with what you're doing. That's all I have for you in this video. Again, it's supposed to be short introduction into AI agents, agentic AI, what they are, what the future is. In the next videos, I'll be talking about AI memory, diving into maybe some code-based solutions and even more complex systems and how we built them. There's a lot of exciting changes happening in this space. I encourage you to stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and we'll be back. Thank you.